The 2026 WNBA season is facing serious uncertainty. This isn't a small issue, it could have a major impact. While many are focused on deadlines and contracts, a deeper situation is unfolding behind the scenes. Ongoing negotiations have created tension that may affect the season. The next few weeks will be crucial, and fans are watching closely to see what happens.
Time to face reality, guys. It is time to face reality. 2026 WNBA season is cooked. It's cooked where it's cooked like Thanksgiving food. It's all cooked. It is over. It's done. Finito. There will be no 2026 WNBA season.
With 2 days left before the October 31st deadline, no deal has been reached. The WNBA is still in negotiations. If no agreement happens, the 2026 season could be affected. What do you think? Comment below.
No extension agreed on, no negotiation movement. The 2026 season is cooked, and we have articles stating it here. It is over. They're not even getting an extension done. This is ridiculous, and I feel like there's some ulterior motive stuff going on with Unrivaled and a bunch of other nonsense that is stopping the WNBA 2026.
As this situation continues, fans are reacting strongly. Especially those who tuned in to watch Caitlin Clark last season. Viewership increased, ticket demand grew, and interest around the league reached new levels. Clark played a major role in bringing attention to the WNBA. Now, that momentum could slow if the 2026 season is impacted. There are also ongoing discussions about how different groups may be affected depending on the outcome.
Head to Carly Bell's Twitter. Shout out to her. She said, could have almost guaranteed that the CBA wouldn't be resolved by October 31st. I think we all pretty much could agree on that. However, with the recent public jabs from both the W and the Players Association, an extension could now not happen. It could not. It's not happening, you guys. In my opinion, I think it'd be foolish to not sign an extension, but I understand what the power of not signing one can do. Listen, the ladies in the PA and Unrivaled, Bree Stewart, Nafisa Collier, and all of them, they are feeling like they can hold the W's feet to the fire and force their hand to give them what they want.
Carly Bell said CBA talks may pass the October 31st deadline, with tensions rising. WNBA Players Association and Adam Silver are part of ongoing discussions. Meanwhile, Unrivaled, linked to Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, is gaining attention.
No season, no extension is better for Unrivaled because that's where all the players are going to be. You already know that players have already agreed to contracts with Project B. That's already out there. They've already been in negotiations and signed WNBA players. This is happening. The WNBA players don't feel like they need to sign an extension or they need to have a season unless the W is going to give them every single thing they want. They want to be able to go make money in Project B. They want to be able to make their money in Unrivaled, and they want to be able to make their money in the WNBA.
Players are pursuing multiple opportunities. The WNBA, Unrivaled, and an international project called Project B with rumored Saudi backing. All operate during overlapping months. Some believe canceling the WNBA season could give players more flexibility across leagues. The situation has shifted from solidarity to leverage, with negotiations creating significant pressure. Meanwhile, the NBA faces federal investigations related to gambling, adding another layer.
We watched the Players Association troll Adam Silver on Instagram, and then we saw the NBA get hit with a crazy gambling thing that's trickling down into the WNBA. Now the WNBA injury reporting being investigated. All of these things are happening. Adam Silver has a meeting with the feds on the 31st. You think an extension or deal with the WNBA is about to be signed on the 31st? Come on, let's be serious here. Let's be serious here. The NBA is the real moneymaker. He needs to get that resolved with the feds first. Not being worried. He's not worried about what is happening with the WNBA and these ladies.
Adam Silver meets investigators on October 31st. the same day as the WNBA CBA deadline. With the NBA generating billions and the WNBA operating on a smaller budget, focus may naturally shift. Players recognize this and are pushing harder, seeing an opportunity in the situation. Amid all this, Caitlin Clark remains central, as she played a key role in elevating the league's profile.
Funny, Nafisa Collier is conveniently name-dropping Caitlin Clark now. Every 30 seconds, she's saying this girl name. Every 30 seconds. She can't sneeze without Caitlin Clark. She can't sneeze without Caitlin Clark name coming out her mouth. All for her own personal gain and benefit. Not because she cares about Caitlin at all. Let's be clear. She had nothing to say about Caitlin Clark being targeted for the last 2 years. Nothing to say about it. Now you're conveniently talking about conversations with Kathy Engelbert that we don't know if they happened.
Caitlin Clark, the right reasons. Nafisa Collier, and co-founder of Unrivaled, frequently mentioned Clark in interviews, highlighting her fame and influence. Last season, when Clark faced tough physical play, there was little public support for player safety. Now, with her fame benefiting other projects, praise is abundant, but actions don't match the words. The 2026 season is canceled. Clark's momentum and her fans' engagement could suffer first, while some use the situation for political or personal gain.
Called you a liar. She said you're a liar. Caitlin Clark said she never heard about this until you got on a podium and said it in front of the world. That's a little shady to me. So at the end of the day, these players feel like they have the leverage, and it's looking like there won't be a 2026 WNBA season. And I'm truly upset and disgusted by it, man. I'm disgusted by it.
Athlete Caitlin Clark, WNBA player, said she didn't know about these discussions until Nafisa Collier approaching. The outcome of these negotiations is critical for Clark and the WNBA.
There's no deal by October 31st. There are two paths forward if there's no deal in place by October 31st: an extension of the deadline or a work stoppage. A temporary extension of the deadline to allow the two sides to continue discussing unimpeded is the most likely initial outcome. While I hope we make October 31st deadline, and that is a real deadline, from that perspective, we have extended deadlines in the past, Engelbert said during pre-WNBA Finals press conference. But the fact of the matter is, you guys, when it comes to these extensions, they only sign an extension when both sides agree that they are mutually coming to an agreement in the near future.
The WNBA faces two paths: an extension or a cancellation. An extension would mean both sides agree to continue talks and push the deadline, as happened previously. But extensions require trust and optimism, which is missing. Players say their concerns are ignored, while the league accuses the WNBA Players Association of misleading fans on social media. With both sides far apart, a simple extension seems unlikely.
Starting to have, alignment on a future deal. We don't see any of that. There's none of that. The player, we've heard Satu, all of these players come out and say, oh, it's like they're not even listening to us. It's like in one ear and out the other. They're not taking us serious. Then we heard the W say, hey, the WNBPA are lying to the people. They're lying about the negotiations. They're trying to get public perception on their side.
Path 2 is the limbo period. The old WNBA deal expired, but no strike or lockout is declared. During this time, either owners may lock out players, or players may strike. The league is using political influence to pressure the players, framing the strike as unreasonable. Meanwhile, athlete Nafisa Collier, WNBA player, has secured funding for Unrivaled.
I think it's mighty convenient that all of a sudden, Nafisa Collier is name dropping Caitlin Clark every 13 seconds. Every 13 seconds, she's saying her name. And this is all to push Unrivaled. They want to be able, she's collected so much money from these people investing in Unrivaled. How could she then turn to them and say, hey, we can't have Unrivaled anymore? If I just gave you $20 million for Unrivaled, I'd be damned if you come tell me there ain't gonna be no Unrivaled no more. And you ain't playing it. You've lost your mind. Nafisa Carter, I don't believe none of these people. I think it's some shady stuff going on, and I still stand on the side. Kathy Engelberts needs to be fired immediately.
Unrivaled protect its investment and image. Canceling the WNBA finally thriving. Ratings hit highs, attendance rose, and sponsors invested heavily, largely thanks to Caitlin Clark.
Owners want to have a season. The players feel like they have other options. And it benefits, they feel like they have the leverage to say, hey, until you guys give us everything we want, we're not doing it.
Caitlin Clark, no drama, just focused on training fans. She has become the face of the WNBA, bridging women's sports and mainstream culture. Yet, internal conflicts threaten her momentum. If the 2026 season is canceled, the league risks losing more than games, sponsorships, broadcasts, and casual fans drawn in by Clark may vanish, and rebuilding that trust would be extremely difficult.
Still stand there, but I believe there's some low-down dirty stuff going on, and unfortunately, it is going to affect Caitlin Clark in the 2026 WNBA season because they are not going to come to an agreement on extending the deadline. It is good as...
People are criticizing Athie Angelberg, WNBA commissioner, for failing to protect the WNBA's momentum. After decades of growth, internal conflicts have put the league at risk. Much of the current attention, funding, and opportunities for new leagues exist because of Caitlin Clark.